Hey guys, welcome to my video. In this video, I want to talk about the Pi network and some issues I have with the project. I do want to mention that I'm a huge fan of the project in general, however, I do believe that there's some things the network can do to improve. Keep in mind that I'm not attacking the network in any way, but I'm simply suggesting some ways the network can grow faster. This is going to be my personal opinion, but I do think many of you guys are going to agree with what I'm about to say. At the end of the day, we all want to see this organization become one of the biggest projects in the world, and with that being said, let's get started with this video. I do want to preface that I think it's crazy that some people think that the Pi network is a fraud or a scam. You should know that everybody who joins this network will benefit in one way or another. You might have noticed how this channel is now almost exclusively about cryptocurrency and Pi. I plan on keeping it this way since I think it's what most of you guys subscribe to me for. However, I do want to open up a new channel to talk about my love for stocks. The goal of this channel is to talk about multi-bagger companies or the next Amazon or Facebook that very few people know about. Make sure to subscribe to that channel if you're interested in finding some of these gems. However, in this video, I do want to address some of the ways that the Pi network can grow even faster. To start off, the company has faced a lot of adversity in the past from lawsuits resulting from interpersonal conflicts among the founders. In addition to this, the company was also about to run out of cash earlier on in the project. Today, the Pi community is almost bigger than almost any other community out there. The goal of this video is to talk about some of the ways the network can grow even faster, and the reason I'm doing this video is because at the end of the day, we all want to see this project succeed. The first thing I think the Pi network should do is to reach out and tell its story on popular news outlets in America. This is a great way for the company to get its message out there for people who have never heard about the project before. So far, the only news outlets to talk about the Pi network are a couple of Vietnamese news outlets. And let's take a look at one of these articles together because I think it's pretty interesting to take a look at. This article talks about the dream of signing up and potentially profiting from the Pi network. The article basically contrasts two opposing views. In the first view, someone in the article is cited as saying that hunting for Pi costs me nothing, therefore it poses me no risk at all. And another person with similar mindset is quoted as saying, if I'm lucky, I'll get money, otherwise it's just a game. Both of these views showcase the sentiment felt by members of the community. Basically, the idea here is if things work out great, if not, oh well. And frankly, I don't really see anything wrong with this belief because this is really what the project is about. It might be a huge gamble, but it's still a gamble with no risk to the participants. I mean, there's really nothing you're going to lose by signing up for this project. On the other side of the conversation, the article briefly mentions an expert, and this expert highlights a danger of Pi. He mentions the potential dangers of users losing their data, and I think the word potential here is pretty important to highlight. He basically thinks that the developers here can sell our data for a quick profit. And I just want to say really quick that of course these developers can, but it doesn't make any financial or economic sense to do so. Nevertheless, I think this is a poor representation of what the project really is overall. Pi has stated in the past that it only uses personal data in accordance to local law. They address how the data is being treated in the US, in the EU, and also everywhere else. If you take a look at the Pi website, it directly states that there are reasons for the data collection policy. This is because of anti-money laundering laws, know your client laws, and also counter-terrorist financing laws. This is pretty common for companies to do, especially when they deal with cryptocurrencies and also money. Therefore, based on these arguments, it still makes a lot of sense to sign up for the Pi network. This is because you don't lose any data, you don't lose any money, and you barely lose any time because it only takes about 10 seconds every single day. And also that the Pi network hasn't done anything to raise any sort of alarm bells in people. We also can't forget that the Pi community company is a multi-million-dollar company and there's really no incentive for them to steal our data for a quick buck when the money really comes in from the release of Pi. If you really think about it, why would these developers go through all that trouble to steal your data? I think this app is no more dangerous than Facebook, Google, or any other company. The problem with a lot of these articles is that they don't really do a lot of research. Although the expert here probably knows a lot about other things, he knows very little about the Pi network. And the sad part here is that this is the only news outlet that ever mentioned Pi so far. I would love to see a bigger conversation about Pi. I think the company has an interesting story worth mentioning. Imagine if the New York Times or the Washington Post picked up a story about the Pi network. I know that news outlets will eventually have to give Pi some screen time, especially if it keeps on getting bigger and bigger. And I think this can be huge for people like us. If you guys remember from my other video, another mineable cryptocurrency is called Electronium. ETN coins share similar characteristics with Pi. It's also mineable from your phone and it wants to build an online marketplace. ETN coins was marketed on TV and also partnered with freelance websites like Anytast. On these websites, you can basically get paid in ETN coins. However, the issue with the coin is that it just made much more sense to use a dollar instead. Cryptocurrency is no doubt better than fiat cash, but it has to make people's lives easier, not harder. I think Pi can benefit a lot from leveraging popular news outlets, and it can also benefit from sharing its vision on television where it can reach millions of people in one go. Another thing I want to mention is that the Pi community company is likely to have a lot of money from investors, and I think the money will be well spent reinvested into the business through marketing. This can go into improving the quality of the video they release back to its members. Most of the videos released by the Pi network are just made from using a cell phone. Although I enjoy the more accessible look, I think it'd be nice to see high quality videos with a good camera, better audio, and a simple breakdown of the project. project. I noticed that their YouTube channel gets massive amounts of views whenever they post a video. Therefore, I really do believe that it's in the best interest of the project for them to release more videos and more high quality videos. Just bear with me and think about a company like Apple and how it markets its products. Because of this, they pretty much created a brand based on simplicity and also elegance. And from this, they're able to sell products at a massive premium compared to other brands. Now, I don't think the Pi Network should behave exactly like Apple, but I think it's important to have high quality videos that they release occasionally. I know these developers are extremely smart, and I think this will help the network attract new members who value these things. The next thing the Pi Network can do is to improve their user interface. When you compare Pi to other copycat apps, you can see that other apps actually look better than the Pi Network. The design of Pi looks rushed and has not changed since the initial release of the project. I think it's in the best interest of the network to update the design of the application. The developers have spent a lot of time perfecting the backend, but it also might be wise to perfect the front end of the project as well. Another thing that the network can fix up are small issues on their website. The website is often the first thing that people look at when they Google the Pi Network, and I think the website can benefit a lot by including more relevant information. One thing you will notice on the white paper, which is a comprehensive guide about the project, is that it still hasn't been updated since March 14th of 2019. It's almost been 2 years and the white paper still hasn't been updated. The developers here should periodically update the white paper to give us more information about the project. I would love to see a version 2 of the white paper in the future with updated information of where the project is now. I say this because there's a lot of things on the white paper that are pretty much irrelevant now. For example, the price of Bitcoin is much higher than what they mentioned on the white paper, and also they never mentioned how they wanted to deal with the scalability problem on the network. They alluded to finding a solution, but they haven't updated the white paper about what they came up with. In addition to this, I would love to see official links linked to the main website, for example, some of the founders' research articles, their Stanford bio, etc. I think most people don't spend the time researching these things, and it will make it much more accessible for those who do not. I think all these guys are pretty impressive in what they do. They were able to attend one of the best universities in the world. They were able to start up companies even before the Pi Network, and they also contributed to research about computer science and also networks. The more transparent the company is, the more informed people will be about this project. I understand this project is developed by a small team, but building up a strong social media presence can really help the project grow. If anybody from the Pi Network is watching this video, consider this my application for the job. What I can say for sure right now is Pi is 100% legit. All you need to do is do a bit of digging online to see everything I mentioned in this video. I think the company is doing a great job to help the project grow faster. However, I do think that making an appearance on television will help the company share its idea to a massive audience. Updating their website will help the project stay more relevant, and producing high quality videos will attract new users. All these things will help the project succeed in the future. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video. I hope you guys are all having a great week. I'm currently in the UK right now and I've been doing a lot of traveling. I had a lot of fun so far, but I think it's time to buckle down and really to get some videos out for you guys. The goal of this channel is to really produce some really high quality videos for you guys. And I'll be releasing a lot more videos this week, so stay tuned for that. I'm also curious on what kind of other topics you guys want me to talk about. If you have any suggestions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. Check out some of the free offers below at no cost to you, and like always, I hope to see you guys again next time.